These were the stages of the Israelites' journey when they went out of the land of Egypt by their military divisions under the leadership of Moses and Aaron. At the Lord's command, Moses wrote down the starting points for the stages of their journey. These are the stages listed by their starting points. They departed from Ramses in the first month on the 15th day of the month. On the day after Passover, the Israelites went out triumphantly in the sight of all the Egyptians. Meanwhile, the Egyptians were burying every firstborn male the Lord had struck down among them, for the Lord had executed judgment against their gods. The Israelites departed from Ramses and camped at Succoth. They departed from Succoth and camped at Etham, which is on the edge of the wilderness. They departed from Etham and turned back to Pi-hahiroth, which faces Baal-zephon, and they camped before Migdol. They departed from Pi-hahiroth and crossed through the middle of the sea into the wilderness. They took a 3-day journey into the wilderness of Etham and camped at Marah. They departed from Marah and came to Elim. There were 12 springs of water and 70 date palms at Elim, and so they camped there. They departed from Elim and camped by the Red Sea. They departed from the Red Sea and camped in the wilderness of Sin. They departed from the wilderness of Sin and camped at Dophkah. They departed from Dophkah and camped at Alush. They departed from Alush and camped at Rephidim, where there was no water for the people to drink. They departed from Rephidim and camped in the wilderness of Sinai. They departed from the wilderness of Sinai and camped at Kibroth Hattaavah. They departed from Kibroth Hattaavah and camped at Hazeroth. They departed from Hazeroth and camped at Rithmah. They departed from Rithmah and camped at Rimmon Perez. They departed from Rimmon Perez and camped at Libnah. They departed from Libnah and camped at Rissa. They departed from Rissa and camped at Kehelathah. They departed from Kehelathah and camped at Mount Shepher. They departed from Mount Shepher and camped at Haradah. They departed from Haradah and camped at Machheloth. They departed from Machheloth and camped at Tahath. They departed from Tahath and camped at Terah. They departed from Terah and camped at Mithkah. They departed from Mithkah and camped at Hashmanah. They departed from Hashmanah and camped at Moseroth. They departed from Moseroth and camped at Ben-Jaakan. They departed from Ben-Jaakan and camped at Hor Haggidgad. They departed from Hor Haggidgad and camped at Jothbatah. They departed from Jothbatah and camped at Abranah. They departed from Abranah and camped at Ezion-Geber. They departed from Ezion-Geber and camped at the wilderness of Zin, that is Kadesh. They departed from Kadesh and camped at Mount Hor, on the edge of the land of Edom. At the Lord's command, Aaron the priest climbed Mount Hor and died there on the first day of the 5th month in the 40th year after the Israelites went out of the land of Egypt. Aaron was 123 years old when he died on Mount Hor. At the time, the Canaanite king of Arad, who lived in the Negev in the land of Canaan, heard the Israelites were coming. They departed from Mount Hor and camped at Zalmanah. They departed from Zalmanah and camped at Punan. They departed from Punan and camped at Oboth. They departed from Oboth and camped at Abarim on the border of Moab. They departed from Iyam and camped at Dibongad. They departed from Dibongad and camped at Almon Diblathaim. They departed from Almon Diblathaim and camped at Abiram range facing Nebo. The Abiram range facing Nebo. They departed from the Abiram range and camped on the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho. They camped by the Jordan from Beth Jeshemoth to the Acacia meadow on the plains of Moab. The Lord spoke to Moses in the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho. Tell the Israelites, when you cross the Jordan into the land of Canaan, you must drive out all the inhabitants of the land before you, destroy all their stone images and cast images, and demolish all their high places. You are to take possession of the land and settle in it, because I have given you the land to possess. You are to receive the land as an inheritance by lot, according to your clans. Increase the inheritance for a large clan, and decrease it for a small one. Whatever place the lot indicates for someone will be his. You will receive an inheritance according to your ancestral tribes. But if you don't drive out the inhabitants of the land before you, those you allow to remain will become thorns in your eyes and in your sides. They will harass you in the land where you will live, and what I had planned to do to them I will do to you.